2 years ago, a coach from James Madison decided to take his talents to the Big Ten. At the introductory press conference, he was asked, how does he plan to succeed at Indiana? And his answer, I win. Google me. His name was Curt Cignetti. He won 11 games and went to the playoffs in the first season at Indiana. And last year, he won the national championship. Well, another James Madison head coach is taking his talents to the Big Ten this season. What are the chances that he can follow in the footsteps of Curt Cignetti? Well, probably not very good. UCLA will be at Cal in week 1. We're covering this game as part of our series covering every game in week 0 and week 1 here at Wager Talk TV. The line is pretty much a pick 'em, -1 either way. A few books have UCLA favored, and a few books have Cal favored. Total sits at 55, and it's going to be an uphill battle for Bob Chesney, the former James Madison coach. Just 3 wins in 2025 for UCLA, and only Wisconsin scored fewer points in the Big Ten than UCLA did. The Bruins averaged just 18.2 points per game last year. And they had the worst defense in the Big Ten as well. They allowed 33.4 points per game last season. Chesney was 9-4 in 2024 in his first season at James Madison, replacing Cignetti. And keep in mind, that's after Cignetti cherry-picked all the talent off the roster, left him the cupboards bare, and he won 9 games. And last year, he goes 12-2, and one of those 2 losses came in the playoffs, losing 51-34 at Oregon. That's a pretty impressive result, given that you're taking a Sun Belt team on the road to play at Eugene in a playoff game, and you scored 34 points. Clap it up for Bob Chesney. He brings one of the best players from last year's James Madison offense to LA. Wayne Knight, the running back, averaged 6.6 yards per carry last season, 1,373 yards, 9 touchdowns. The guy isn't very big, but he's fast. He's elusive. He's a great player. He's probably going to be a big weapon for UCLA in the running game this year. If I got a criticism or something negative to say about UCLA, at the end of the day, Nico is still the quarterback. Chesney did not select Nico. He inherits him. And I'm not a big Nico fan. Last year, I bet against UCLA in week 1 when I took Utah -3 versus UCLA. And I had some negative things to say about Nico. I didn't like what I saw from him at Tennessee, but the biggest concern was he made such a uninformed or erratic or whatever you want to call it. The decision to leave Tennessee to go to UCLA in the first place has to be one of the biggest bonehead decisions I've ever seen a quarterback make, detrimental to his career. You look at what Joey Aguilar did last season at Tennessee, and you look at the season that Nico had at UCLA, the fact that he's making less money, paying higher taxes. I want my quarterback to be a guy that makes good decisions, and Nico does not fit that mold, in my opinion, but he's probably going to have a much better year this year. He should have some more talent around him. History certainly favors the Bruins. They've won 7 of the last 10 head-to-head versus Cal. The bookmakers aren't really optimistic that they're going to win the Big Ten this year. They're priced at 125-1. Regular season win total, 6.5. I think that's right about where it should be. I expect this team's floor should be around 6 wins and a bowl game. I wouldn't be surprised if they win 7 or 8 games as well. Bob Chesney brings both his offensive and defensive coordinators with him from the James Madison Dukes, and he brings wide receivers, tight ends, a couple offensive linemen. He's probably going to be a great hire for UCLA. Again, curb your expectations in his first season with Nico, though. We're going to talk about Cal. Before we do, please let me tell you about a few promotions we have available this football season at Wager Talk. Did you know that I was a perfect 6-0 in the preseason with NFL last year? In fact, I was perfect in week 1 as well. So I won my first 10 bets in the NFL last year. The good folks at Wager Talk are giving away the preseason 100% free with the purchase of the first month of the regular season at regular price, $179. Grab that while you can. Get that preseason for free. In other news, myself and Carmine Bianco will be doing a weekly show this NFL season. We're going head to head. We're breaking down games that we disagree with, offering counterpoints. It should be interesting. I'm really looking forward to it. I think this is going to be a ton of fun. But the promotion available for the viewers is buy one, get one free. You can get all my picks and all Carmine's picks for the price of one for the NFL regular season. That's $899. Carmine had a big year with football last year. I had another winning season, but I was one of the top handicappers in both the NFL and college football playoffs. So we're coming in feeling the hot hand. We swept the board in week 1 and we closed the season just like we started it. So grab that promotion. I did mention that I bet against UCLA in week 1 last year. Well, it wasn't well received by the comment section. A lot of people really criticized my take on Nico. But I stand by what I said. And, you know, the Bruins won 3 games last year. So these guys that are criticizing my take, they might think twice about doing that this year. Other news, you guys might remember myself, Ross Benjamin, Sean Higgs. We did a very popular show covering college and pro football a couple years back. It was sad when that came to an end, but we're getting the band back together. You can look forward to twice a week. We're going to cover college and pro football on Wager Talk TV. Stay tuned for those shows. Now let's get back into the game. Let's talk about Cal. This team is in a bit of a different situation than UCLA. This isn't a complete overhaul. Yes, they have a new head coach, but they're bringing back quarterback JKS. I'm going to pronounce his name just once. Saga Palutele. That's my best effort. From now on, I'm calling him JKS. He ranked 4th in the ACC in passing last year, 3,454 yards, 18 touchdowns, 9 interceptions as a freshman. We're expecting big things from JKS in 2026. The new head coach, Tosh Lupoy, a former player, spent the last 3 years at Oregon as a defensive coordinator. He's bringing in new coordinators for offense and defense. It's not a splashy hire. It's one of those, I think this guy has the energy. He's well respected. I wouldn't be surprised if they knocked this one out of the park with Tosh Lupoy, but the name isn't going to carry a ton of weight amongst fans that are unfamiliar with him. Anyways, wide receiver transfers from Rutgers, Oregon, and Ohio, and running backs from Washington and UTEP. They picked up some pieces in the portal to fit around their quarterback, JKS, and they're building a defense that was top-notch last year. Cal's defense ranked top 5 in the ACC against the pass last season, allowing 205 yards per game. They should have one of the best secondaries in the ACC again this year. And I'm looking at this game. I see a lot of hype surrounding the coaching hire and Bob Chesney, and a lot of people speculating, can he do what Kurt Cignetti did? I think the value here has got to be on the home team. It doesn't seem like the price is correctly reflecting the fact that Cal won 7 games compared to UCLA's 3 games. Cal's got home field. Cal's got the better quarterback, in my opinion. I think it's a steal getting Cal at Pick'em at home against UCLA. I expect Bob Chesney to be very successful at UCLA, but not necessarily in the opening game at Cal when he's going up against a superior quarterback, in my opinion. So the play will be on Cal. If you like this video, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. You got anything to say to me, even if it's nasty, hit me up in the comments below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.